All right, let's dive into something pretty wild. We're talking about a massive, high-stakes foreclosure case. A family's home, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it all might come down to just 9 words. 9 words spoken in a courtroom that could unravel everything.
And there it is. That's the sentence. Disagreements over how we view the facts of this case. I mean, it sounds almost casual, right? Like something a lawyer might just say offhand during a hearing. But here's the thing you've got to understand. In a courtroom, there are no throwaway lines. Every single word counts.
So this is the big question, right? How in the world could 9 little words, basically admitting there are disagreements, be powerful enough to potentially blow up a final court judgment? We're talking about a ruling that's already been made, one that's already forced someone out of their home. It sounds impossible.
This brings us to homeowner Jeremy Bass. He heard that sentence, and he didn't just hear a casual remark. He heard a weapon, and he's now using those 9 words as the core of his appeal to the Idaho Supreme Court, arguing they strike right at the heart of the entire case.
Okay, so to really get why these words are so powerful, we have to understand the legal battlefield. And that means we need to talk about something called summary judgment. It's a key piece of this whole puzzle.
So what is summary judgment? Think of it like a legal shortcut. It's a way for a judge to say, okay, we don't even need a full trial here, and just end the case. But, and this is the absolute most important part, they can only do that if there is, and I quote, no genuine issue as to any material fact. In plain English, both sides have to agree on all the critical facts. If they don't, you can't have summary judgment. It's against the rules.
And this is where it all clicks into place. Look at this. The law for summary judgment says you need 0 factual disputes. And what did the other side's lawyers say in open court? That there are disagreements over how we view the facts. I mean, you can't have both. It's a complete head-on contradiction.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Legal experts are looking at this and saying the same thing. Professor Catherine Martinez, who specializes in this stuff, basically says that admission blows up the entire foundation for the summary judgment. You just can't have it both ways. The two ideas are totally incompatible under the law.
So, you might be thinking, okay, it's a mistake, a slip of the tongue. Can't they just take it back? Well, no. And that's because this wasn't just any old statement. In the legal world, this is what you'd call a smoking gun, and it has a special name, a judicial admission.
A judicial admission is a huge deal. See, most evidence in a case can be argued over, you can debate it, you can present counter evidence, but not this. When a lawyer makes a judicial admission in court, it's game over for that fact. It's treated as 100% proven. There are no takebacks. Their side is now legally bound by that statement.
And this is the whole strategy. It's brilliant, really. Bass is arguing that when the other lawyer admitted to disagreements, he made a binding judicial admission. He legally established beyond any doubt that factual disputes exist. He literally handed Bass the one thing that should have stopped the summary judgment from ever happening in the first place.
So this isn't just some clever legal argument for a textbook. The stakes here are incredibly real. And what the homeowner is demanding from the court is, well, it's pretty bold.
Yeah, we are talking about over $300,000 in home equity. Let that sink in for a second. That's what's hanging in the balance. If this foreclosure goes through, that money, that life savings for a family, is gone. This is exactly why these seemingly small procedural rules matter so much.
And Bass is using this one admission like a master key to unlock 3 different doors at once. First, he's trying to invalidate the original judgment. Second, he's using it to block the other side's attempt to just dismiss his appeal. And third, and this is critical, it's his argument for why the Supreme Court still has the power to hear the case at all, even though he's already been physically removed from the property. It's a really sophisticated play.
And just look at what he's asking the court for. He wants them to deny the motion to dismiss, obviously. He wants them to rule that the summary judgment was flat out wrong. But then, get this, he's asking to be put back into his home. He's not just playing defense, he's on the offense, and it shows you how much faith he has that those 9 words are his ticket to victory.
Now, stepping back from this specific case for a second, this whole situation is a massive cautionary tale for any lawyer out there. It's a reminder of a fundamental rule. Every single word matters.
I mean, just think about it. One offhand comment, probably just a bit of filler language in what seemed like a routine hearing, has now become a legal landmine. It's created this huge vulnerability that could potentially blow up the entire case. A single slip of the tongue could undo everything.
You know, this case also points to a bigger shift that's happening. The days of assuming a self-represented person in court is an easy win are over. With the internet and access to legal information, people like Jeremy Bass are coming to court incredibly prepared and legally sophisticated. It's a whole new ballgame.
And really, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It's a reminder to every single lawyer out there that when you're in a courtroom, you're never just talking. Every word is on the record. Every word can become a binding admission that completely changes the game. And now, the question is in the hands of the Idaho Supreme Court. Are these 9 words powerful enough to do just that? We'll have to wait and see.